Are you thinking of making the big move to Ottawa? In this video, we're going to share with you the 5 things that I wish I knew before moving to Ottawa. But first, show reel, hit it! Hey everyone, Peer 2 and living in Ottawa, and if you're like most people, you're probably doing a lot of research before making the big move. We've all been there before. We moved to a new city thinking we had everything figured out, only to realize that we made some rookie mistakes. And if you're thinking about making a move to Ottawa, Canada's capital city, then there are some things that you should know before making the jump. There are 5 things I wish I knew before making the move to Ottawa. But full disclaimer here, I was born and raised here, and after helping hundreds of families relocate to our beautiful city and becoming close with them during their home buying search journey, I've learned a few things along the way. It's been refreshing to see things from their perspective. Number 1, the winters are long and cold, really cold. If you're not used to dealing with sub-zero temperatures and several feet of snow, then you might want to rethink your decision to move into Ottawa. The winters here are no joke. Only the strong survive. Actually, we all survive, seriously, but you need to be dressed appropriately. And you have to know that the winter will kick in around mid-November and run through to the end of March. And there are some mild phases, some heavy snow phases, some very cold phases. But on the bright side, if you enjoy winter sports like skiing, snowboarding, or outdoor hockey, then you'll love it here. Just make sure to invest in a good winter coat. And truthfully, the change of seasons is awesome in Ottawa. And the winter has this majestic, beautiful atmosphere that brings out clear blue skies, fresh, crisp air, and an enjoyment for all the seasons throughout the year. Number 2, summers are short but sweet. Although the winters can be tough to get through, they're well worth it when summer finally rolls around. And the temperatures rise and the days get longer, making it a perfect time to enjoy all that Ottawa has to offer, from its many parks and green spaces to its bustling open-air markets like Byward Market. Just be sure to make the most of it while you can, because summer is over before you know it. And it starts to heat up in May and starts to cool down early September. And living in Ottawa is all about making the most of your summers. Summers in Ottawa are beautiful, with long days, warm temperatures that make it a perfect time to enjoy all the city's great parks and green spaces. Now keep in mind, the summers in Ottawa can be very humid, but that makes relaxing by the river to swimming at one of the many public beaches even more enjoyable. Number 3, the people are friendly but reserved. Ottawans are known for being polite and reserved, which can sometimes be misinterpreted as being unfriendly. But once you get to know them, you'll quickly realize that they're some of the most warm and down-to-earth people you'll ever meet. And Ottawa is well known for its friendly citizens. Whether you're running into someone at the local coffee shop or waiting in line at the grocery store, you're likely to strike up a conversation with the person next to you. And as Ottawa natives will tell you, this feeling of community is one of the things that makes the city such a great place to live. And it's not just the people. Ottawa's natural beauty and vibrant culture scene also contribute to its welcoming atmosphere. So if you're looking for a place to call home, Ottawa just might be the perfect fit. So don't be discouraged if it takes a little while to make friends here. It's worth the effort. Number 4, traffic is terrible, but getting better. There's one complaint that everyone here who lives in Ottawa has. It's about traffic, especially public transit. Rush hour here can be a challenge, and finding a parking spot downtown can feel like an impossible task some days. But luckily, things are slowly but surely improving thanks to new initiatives like the light rail transit or the LRT and bike sharing programs. So if traffic is a deal breaker for you, know that things are slowly but surely getting better. And the traffic is based on your location in the city. If you live in the suburbs and commute downtown for work, you have to know when to leave your house in order to avoid bumper-to-bumper traffic. And if you have children, and you need to be aware of when the daycare or school drop-off times are in order to make the time properly to get to work and avoid that traffic backup. Otherwise, you could be adding stress to your daily commute. But once you get settled in and figure out the timing, the traffic is much better than other major Canadian cities. Traffic here is nothing compared to people who I speak to that relocate from Toronto, Vancouver, or even Montreal. Number 5, Ottawa is boring. Not. One of the best things about living in Ottawa is that there's always something going on. Whether it's a festival downtown celebrating our diverse culture or a community event supporting local causes, No matter what time of year it is, there's always something happening in the city. And unfortunately, there's this old belief that Ottawa is a stuffy old government town. But the city really has changed in the past 10 to 15 years, as more migration from other major cities and immigration bring in cultural enhancements to the nation's capital. I find the crowd that seems to have an issue with living in Ottawa tend to be between the ages of 17 to 27. Nightlife is somewhat limited when compared to other major cities like Toronto and Montreal. But the good thing is there are options, and the options tend to be geographically clustered together for convenience. What I mean is, if you take an example, Byward Market, it's in a historic building mixed area right downtown, and there's restaurants, bars, and clubs and other activities. And you don't have to travel far to mix things up. Whereas with other cities, you might have to drive across town for a completely different venue. And we're also not small town Canada either. Ottawa has the perfect size for all you want to enjoy. It gives you a little bit of everything, but doesn't overdo it. And the big cities across Canada, the larger than Ottawa, do have an abundance of nightlife, but Ottawa still serves plenty of options to keep you going throughout the night. Living in Ottawa has its perks, some not found in other cities. One of those perks is that we get to experience some amazing music festivals and museums throughout the year. From the Ottawa International Children's Festival, to the Ottawa's Blues Fest, to Ottawa Jazz Festival, to Canada Day celebrations, there's always something going on in our city. And of course, let's not forget about the world-renowned Winterlude Festival, which attracts visitors from all over the world. But it's not just the festivals that make Ottawa a great place to live. Our museums are top-notch. The Canadian Museum of Nature, the Canadian War Museum, the National Gallery of Canada are just a few of the must-see institutions in our beautiful capital city. So whether you're a history buff or a nature lover or just looking for a fun day out, you'll find what you're looking for in Ottawa. And moving to a new city can be both exciting and daunting, but if you're prepared for what's ahead, then you're sure to have a great experience. Keep these 5 things in mind if you're considering making the move to Ottawa, and you'll be sure to enjoy all this beautiful city has to offer. If you're thinking about moving to Ottawa, there's a lot to consider. The cost of living is increasing, like most other cities, but the city has a diverse range of cultural attractions. However, one of the most important factors to consider is the weather. Ottawa can be bitterly cold in the winter, and the summers can be uncomfortably humid. But if you can handle the extreme temperatures, Ottawa is a great place to live and raise a family. And the city is home to a number of festivals and museums, and there's always something going on. So if you're looking for a variety of culturally rich city to call home, Ottawa is definitely worth considering. And if you're thinking about relocating to Ottawa, feel free to reach out to us. Give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, even wrap it up in a bow and send it first class, because we got your back. We're moving to Ottawa or anywhere across Canada. And each and every week we're bringing brand new videos just like this one. So make sure to tap that subscribe button and click the bell so you're notified each and every time we do a brand new video. And until next time, take care.